So I see you have your main topic.
Yes, always gotta
Sure.
represent.
Love that. So at what age did you start main topic modeling?
I believe it was when I was 20, turning 21.
I
Yeah.
think I met you around that time
Yeah.
too, right?
Yup.
That's
Right
crazy.
before I turned 21.
Nice. And what inspired you to launch it?
Truthfully, so when I first started, it was back in like 2020, and that's when I started my own modeling career. So from there, I dabbled and dabbled in like photo shoots, runways, networking with photographers and other designers as well. And truthfully, I just wanted to showcase and share my knowledge with anybody else that was interested in getting into modeling, because I was always getting questions like, oh, how do I get into modeling? How do I do this? Like, your photo shoots are always fire. And I was like, like, I just want to showcase and share my knowledge to everybody, because I feel like everybody is well deserving of the same opportunities that I can. So I feel like, if we're all in the same room, if we all put our best foot forward and give our best efforts, like, anybody's well deserving of the same opportunity.
Yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely helping everybody grow.
Yes.
So why focus on modeling development? Because I'm trying to the difference between modeling development and having an agency. I feel like it's
Yes.
totally different. So what made you want to focus more on like model development as opposed to starting an agency?
Yes, it's so funny because I always get like, oh, are you an agency? Like, what does your agency have to
Mm-hmm.
do? And I'm like, no, it's not an agency. And I love how you brought that up, because I think it's very important for everyone to know, because there is a main difference from model development and having an agent, because we more focus on, developing yourself and developing your craft, so that way you can go ahead and take that into your own career and your own path. Because having an agent is more or less someone finding those opportunities for you, and being on the long run with them, or however you choose to, depending on what the contract is. So I feel like, that's what differentiates me from an agency, because we're not tied into you. We're not holding you from anything. We're not holding you from any type of opportunity. And once you get that opportunity, it's yours. We're not taking any type of percentage from it. Like, and even if we do take an opportunity, we always give them the opportunity, and we don't take any type of percentage from it, because it's your opportunity. And I feel like, that's what's different from us than being an agent, because sometimes agents might take a certain percentage just because you're a
Mm-hmm.
part of their agency. And I feel like, if we do have those opportunities that come across, we could, if it's a free opportunity, it's a free opportunity. But if there's paid opportunities, all the pay goes straight to the model, because it's part of the growth. It's part of being, in that model development program, feeling like your first win. Oh, like, I got paid. Like, I just got paid
Right.
for my
Yeah.
job. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to take that away from anybody, because it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when you're starting out and you're finally getting paid for what you do, because it's what you wanted to do. So
And I see those fire photo shoots. Like it's like development, and at the same time, you're giving them an opportunity for content.
yes. Yeah, so I feel like, with my program, we offer a lot. It's more than just, model development. You get your content out of it. You basically get like a whole full starter package of how to become a model. And, it's really, really good. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't see like, what's really included. They just think, the content, da 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 da. But,
Mm-hmm.
taking a look and deeper dive into like what we do on a day to day basis, and like, as far as like what the curriculum provides, and, how those tips and tools can be used into their future, into their own careers. Because, especially where there's individuals that don't know exactly where to start or don't know where to go, I feel like joining main topic is that perfect platform and that perfect step to get you where you want to be, especially if you don't know anything you
Yeah,
know
I lived in New York and I used to model when I was younger, and there was always agencies, but I never really came across like a maybe there were, but just like the since Worcester's like such like a smaller city, is like wow. When I saw you doing it, I'm like, what is it, an agency? But he has his own models. Can
yeah,
we book his models? But at the
yeah.
same time, you're still like a connection to have because you
Right,
you build a community at the end of the day.
right.
So even if it's not an agency, these models feel at home with
Exactly,
you.
exactly. And that's why, it seems like it is an agency, and in some ways and situations, it's what an agent does.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like that label of being an agency. I prefer model development,
I
because
love that.
that's exactly
Mm-hmm.
what we do. And yeah, and if the jobs come across and the jobs come, they come.
Yep.
And if we have the models, we have the models. So, you know, Yeah.
It gives you like a different responsibility when it's an agency, because then you have to look for jobs for
Exactly.
like models expect like, okay, are you getting me booked?
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
no, I'm just showing you how
Exactly.
you can get booked.
Exactly. Yeah. So I definitely don't want that responsibility. You know, I've always thought about becoming an agency or transforming into one later in the future, and it could possibly be a branch that I come along, you know, in the future. But for right now, I'm not really focused on it. I'd rather just focus on,
I
you
love
know,
that. I
developing
love that.
others.
So, what challenges have you faced, like early on? What were the biggest challenges for you that you faced?
I think one of my biggest challenges was definitely separating business from personal. I feel like that's one of the biggest challenges, and this is one of my first businesses that I've started. So I think it was really good for me to stumble upon those challenges in the beginning, so that way I could perfect my craft later on in years come, and not really worry about, you know, tying in personal with business, because that's I feel like one of the worst things that you could really get into when it comes to running a business, because it just ruins, you know, your personal experiences and it ruins your business experiences. And I feel like it's always good to not burn any bridges. And even if you do, you know, just keep it pushing and just stay true to yourself, because you never know what can happen. You don't know who's watching you. And social media is a big thing, and social media
I think
is,
that's a big thing in the creative industry too,
yeah.
because it's like you have so many people that like the same thing and want
Yes.
to. So like, I've learned like it's better not to do business with friends sometimes.
For real.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've learned as well. Um, so who has been your biggest influence or mentor? Like who can you like think of and be like, wow, like this person. It could be like somebody that does the same thing as you, somebody that's around you. But who has
Yeah.
pushed you to?
I feel like, you know, one of my closest friends, Roberto Calixto.
I knew you. You know, I knew
Honestly,
you was gonna say
you know,
that.
I was thinking about it at first, and I was like, damn, I don't really have anybody. But then I started thinking, just for that quick second, I was like, honestly,
His vision.
Calixto's been there since jump. And truthfully, you know, like we push each other, and it's honestly a great bond. And that's something that I enjoy when it comes to mixing personal and business.
Yes.
Because it's just the maturity and just, you know, just keeping
I think his maturity
keeping the
level
boundaries,
just-
you know, for sure.
Yeah.
And like he definitely inspires me every day, because, you know, he just keeps it pushing, just loves what he does, and he literally works on it every single day. And if I was that motivated and that like in love and what I do, like, you know, like Calixto would be that inspiration to just make me do
I
that.
see him as a mentor as well for you.
sure.
Like looking from the outside and seeing how you guys like work together with photo shoots, like editing. It's just like
For sure.
you can like tell him a vision and he gets it
For
right.
real.
And shout outs to Calixto.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Can we get
for
claps
real.
for Calixto?
Yes.
I feel like I start over again like every year. You know what I mean? We go through stuff and we start over. But what keeps you like motivated? What keeps you going through even through those tough times? And just like, I feel like we are kind of hard on ourselves as creatives, because we see ourselves like we do something. It's just like I feel like sometimes I do something, I'm like, damn, this deserves so much more recognition. Or so what makes you like stick through?
I think what really makes me stick through is just knowing that, you know, anything could be, you know, a worse situation, and just making the best out of everything. And just knowing that, you know, if I keep pushing, you know, and if I keep going for what I want, it's going to be a bright future ahead of me. And I think just, you know, having my own motivation and just fighting through that every day and just keeping it pushing, and just knowing that in the future, you know, things will be better. And, you know, I am going to be successful, and just keeping that positivity just really keeps me motivated and just keeps going, because I feel like, you know, I just struggle with, you know, giving myself that recognition and just being like, oh, you know, you did that, even though it's not exactly how you wanted, but you still did that. But I feel like, you know, I always try to be better and be one up than what I just did, and always just try to perfect my craft and just try to do better than what I just did last time, because it's just, why am I going to keep repeating the cycle and there's no growth, you know what I mean? So I feel like definitely just being a better person and just staying true to myself and knowing that there's a bright future and that the tunnel's not dark. I think that's what's my motivation every day.
Motivate yourself. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Just want us to take 30 seconds, and could you name a couple of things that you're grateful for, if you were to think from the top of your head?
Yes. Definitely, you know, first things first is God. I'm definitely grateful to have a relationship with God. I'm thankful and grateful for my family and my health and their well-being as well. I'm grateful for my supporters and grateful for, just everything that is given to me and provided to me, and grateful that I have a roof over my head. Grateful that I have what I have. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I'm here today, sitting here with you, chatting it up. I'm just grateful for anything that's provided with me within my life and, people around me. And yeah, honestly.
I think that's, I want to get that into my like conversations, because I feel like that helps us reach that next level, because a lot of the times people don't understand how much they do have.
Yeah.
So then when we sit back and people ask us what we're grateful for, it's like it really puts things in perspective.
For
like
sure.
you said earlier, you were like, you have to know that things could be worse. So when you think of the things that you do have, you're like, whoa.
No,
like,
for real.
because imagine you had a dream and you didn't have
Exactly.
all these like
Right.
things.
It's so true. And that's why I always say, like, things could always be worse. Just try to make the best out of every situation, because things can be worse, and just be grateful for what you have right now. So I do like that segment, and
Yeah. I
it,
love
do-
that.
it does make you self-reflect, even though for the it's only 30 seconds, but you're gonna sit here and be like, damn,
Like, if it's caught up, it's like, what am I grateful
Yeah.
for? And then when you really start thinking about every little thing, like, I'm grateful I could walk.
For
You
real.
can't walk a runway
No,
if you
for
can't
real,
walk.
for
So if
real.
somebody has a passion to be a model, and
Exactly.
so it's like really looking at every little detail in your life,
Mhm.
because I feel like gratitude really puts you towards that goal and that dream, because then
That's
you're
facts.
staying positive.
It's facts.
I believe in the law of attraction
Yeah.
a lot. So, all right. So let's talk about main topic modeling a little
Let's
bit more.
get into it.
What does model development look like in main topic modeling? Let's say, like, I know it's like a week. Like, how long?
So this is what model development looks like inside main topic. So let's go on a little cruise, a
Let's
little
go.
ride. So main topic is officially a 6-week model development program that provides the essential tools to thrive within the competitive modeling industry.
Okay.
So we start off day 1 with getting ready with your digitals. So basically, for your comp card, it's basically like your entry ticket to any casting call, audition, any fashion shows, working with any designers, working just in general in the modeling industry. They're gonna want to see you have that comp card. And basically, we provide, digital pictures, which is basically you dressed in all black in front of a white backdrop with your hair slicked back, all natural, basically just giving you your natural beauty on, a comp card. And then we go into your interviews, just providing, just showcasing the model to the community that we have, and, making sure that, their presence is presented in the modeling community. And then we do their measurements, so that way we have their updated measurements on their comp card. And then day 2, we do all runway, so it's all about runway and posing. Day 3 is basically a networking entrepreneur day, so we invite, several entrepreneurs to come in and speak about their passions and their history within the industry.
You invited me one
I
time.
did
That was
invite
so
you.
fun.
I think it was season 4,
Yes.
and we're now on season 6. So
Let's go. Season 6
yeah,
already.
season 6
Time
already.
flies.
So we have entrepreneurs come in and just basically share their experiences, and we go into what we call a mock casting call, which is basically an audition to show the models how like auditions work in the real world. And then we go into a brand opportunity with the designer, just giving them that opportunity to work with the designer one-on-one and do a photo shoot with them. And then day 4 is all photo shoot day. So we assign them concepts, we assign them with a partner, we give them different concepts and themes, and then they come together to do a big group photo shoot. So they're doing like 3 photo shoots that day, and they're all doing a different concept, so it's amazing. It's a long day. Day 5, we get into rehearsals to prepare them for day 6, which is the grand finale fashion show.
Yes. And the fashion show this year was at Creed.
Yes,
I
it
couldn't make it,
was.
but I saw it was like a movie.
Yes, it was amazing. I was like, wow, we really got the club turned on a Wednesday. I was like, it's crazy. But yeah, it was amazing, and it was the first fashion show for main topic as a graduation ceremony throughout the seasons.
Okay.
So, and it was also the first season that was 6 weeks. They're usually 4 weeks, so we incorporated a fashion show ceremony for season 5, and we continue to do it moving forward.
I love that. And you got Crete. That's a perfect place for like
Yes.
a fashion show because of the
Oh yeah.
space.
Mhm.
I think I've never been in there, but I know it's super spacious.
Yes, it's very spacious, and the way how it's set up, it's like a kind of square, like a big square. So it makes it easy for a runway basically to start, boom, 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 and finish. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I love how all your different seasons had different elements to it too.
yes, I always try to level up and make each season better than the last, and I feel like that's the whole point of the model development program. Like we're developing you, we're developing the brand, we're developing everything. Like we're all developing
Hmm.
together.
So, what's a common misconception about modeling? Like something that
Hmm.
people think modeling is.
I think, it's a bunch of stereotypes where it comes to I have to be this size, I have to look this way, I can't be this color. Back in the day, everybody thought that, you have to be taller than 6 feet, you have to be skinny, you have to look this certain way. And it's not like that anymore. The model community is very diverse now, and especially with Main Topic, we accept all shapes and sizes. So, doesn't matter your diversity, doesn't matter your background, we accept you how you look, how you are. And I feel like that's one of the biggest misconceptions with the modeling community. They feel like you have to be this certain way when truthfully, it's all about your creativity and how you showcase it.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking to get into modeling, main
I'm your
topic
guy.
modeling.
Yes.
Yes, yes. What's your proudest moment since you started this platform? Proudest moment.
I think my proudest moment was when I actually first started. So when I started season one, I was also, still working on my own model development for myself. And, I applied to LA Fashion Week and I got accepted. And I never been to LA before. I never been to California. I never flew across the country like that before. So it was a big moment for me. And I didn't want to do it alone. So, I told everybody else for my first season, I was like, this is my first season. This is my first time doing the business. These are the first models that I'm teaching. Let's all apply. Let's all do it. Let's all
So that's how you
apply.
got the opportunity. You applied online.
So
Or
I
how?
guess I applied online on Instagram. I seen the casting and there's a whole like procedure to go through and
Mhm.
everything. So I just applied and just went through the cycle and seen if I got accepted, and I did. So I was like, wow, okay, so I got accepted. Let's see if anybody else can get accepted. So I basically presented the opportunity to my models through season one. A few of them got accepted, and we just all planned out to go to LA, rented out a big Airbnb, got a car, and we just all went out to LA and basically all walked for LA Fashion Week. And it was pretty
That's
dope
so
because
cool.
it was my first time walking for LA Fashion Week, but it was also my first time taking my business to LA Fashion Week and sharing that experience with my models for the first time. So it was not only just the biggest accomplishment for myself, but it was also a really good moment for my business and a good moment to share with my models as well.
Yes, proudest moment. Shout outs
Yes.
to
Yes,
you.
thank you.
I see you taking future seasons and like traveling somewhere with your models.
Yes. So
I don't know, I see
honestly,
like a
yes.
I see it.
Yeah, my 5 year plan honestly is to really just travel within the United States.
That's crazy. The next
And
question is where do you see main topic in 5 years?
yeah, so I honestly just see it just traveling within the states and just providing those workshops for models that want to get into modeling. And not only is that going to help my business grow, but it's going to help myself with my own personal connections and honestly just getting my name around the whole country. You
Right?
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So honestly, I just want to travel within city to city, do these workshops, do the seasons, and I want it to be where I can develop a strong team and company to run multiple seasons in different states at a time and just continue growing and growing and growing and growing.
Tyra
And
Banks who?
exactly, let's get it. And I truthfully, honestly want to bring it into the school system as well. I want it to be like a after school program or some type of elective that students can take to build their confidence and believe in themselves and take a look at their creativity in a different light. And I want it to be something where kids can start looking at that at a young age, like, okay, like I'm confident, yeah, this is me, yes, I could do this. If I could be a model, I could also be this, you know what I mean? So I do want to implement it into the school system some way somehow.
I feel like your youngest model in a fashion show, how old was she?
I think when she was starting, I with us. I think she was like 6, 7.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
remember. She's fierce.
Yeah, she is fierce, and honestly, like she started at a young age. So imagine like all the kids, having that confidence and that ability to showcase themselves in a different light. Like they're gonna become superstars when they're our age. So
Yes,
let's
that's
get it.
actually a very, I
Mhm.
didn't think of it that way, but that's a
Mhm.
good idea because
Mhm.
we were chatting about like media in the school. So even brand development
Yeah.
and model development in
Mhm.
schools, because it's like a lot of kids when they're in school, they think it's like, I gotta go to college and do
For
business
real.
and do this. And then there's so many creatives that are like,
Mhm.
where's my electives? Like, what
Exactly.
I want to do something different. Like, I see
Mhm.
myself in a runway. So unless your parents take the initiative to like put you in casting calls and stuff, you really have you really don't know what you're doing until your
Exactly.
mid 20s. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna pray on that for you.
Thank you.
Worcester Public Schools needs that.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is 30 seconds of I am affirmations.
Okay.
I'm gonna say three of them. You could go ahead.
Okay.
I am growing every day. I am prepared for opportunities. I am powerful.
Okay. I am confident. I'm going to continue leveling up. I am going to achieve all my goals that I want. I'm gonna be everything that I inspire to be and more. And I am well deserving of any opportunity that's given to me. And, I'm grateful for everything.
Yes. That was deep. I felt that one. You believe in yourself
Yes.
wholeheartedly. So what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs chasing their dreams? Damn.
For
Need some
young
water.
entrepreneurs chasing their dreams, I honestly think that, just believe in yourself every step of the way and don't give up on anything that you believe in. If you believe that you can achieve it, you can achieve it. And you have to have that mindset. And you have to just keep believing in those dreams that you want to chase. Because no one's going to put you in those rooms but yourself. No one's going to level you up but yourself. No one's going to keep doubting you but yourself. You know what I mean? You could believe anything, what anybody says, but that's you believing it. You could change that mindset. You could change how you think about things. You could change your whole mindset. So I think, for young entrepreneurs, just keep it going, keep believing what you want, and, keep, good people around you and just, learn from your mistakes and, reflect a lot and, just know that things could be better, things could be worse, and try to put yourself in other people's shoes because you never know what other people are going through.
Yes. Perspective is very big for me, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Oh no, man, I'm gonna have to like. I feel like I've been in the modeling industry for a while, but I would get in a season just to like experience it.
Let me know. Let me
Like,
know.
I would totally just want to like,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
We have Main Topic season 6 coming up in November. So.
In November.
Mm-hmm.
So when's the next sign up or like, would you announce it on your Instagram or?
So I was supposed to announce season 6 September, but we're past that. But I have been showcasing that season 6 is right around the corner, and since season 5 was, in the progress, and when season 5 was here, I was just showcasing like, hey, season 6 is in November, and I did provide like a link to sign up. But there is gonna be a flyer with more information coming
Love
real
that.
soon. So yeah.
I feel like I would do it for a POV, like point of view.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Kaylee did that. For,
Yes.
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 Those are good. Like it's just like, content. Like look
Exactly.
at this, you know.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see it in different point of views because you never really know what's happening. You know what I mean? Like you never know what's happening until you do it. So
Exactly.
I think having that content creation point of view is definitely really good because
And where does your biggest audience come from, if you don't mind me asking?
definitely Instagram.
Is it Worcester based? So I feel like I've seen a lot of Providence models on your.
Honestly, when it comes to the modeling,
Yeah, like where do they find you through Instagram? But it's like some of these girls I've never seen before.
yeah. So I would say throughout the years, it's definitely been Providence, Worcester, different areas in Massachusetts. I've had models travel from New York before, from Maine. So I would say the New England area throughout the years, but it's all always been located in Worcester. So
Okay.
I love to see that I have an engagement and I could gravitate energy towards our city because I really want to put the city on the map and just showcase that, Worcester got talent. So, I love to see that other models are engaging with the city of Worcester and taking classes out here.
Love that. Love
Mm-hmm.
that. So I love main topic, right? But I feel like Carlos is like jack of all trades, and I feel like he got more things up his sleeve because
Yes.
I've seen you post creative direction,
Yeah.
content. So are you gonna give us aside from main topic? Because I mean, I have like 1,000 things I
Mm-hmm.
juggle as well. The space bullets and side effect.
Yeah.
But aside from main topic modeling, do you have other little projects you could shout
Yeah,
out?
yeah, for sure. So I'm definitely working on developing myself every day and developing my craft. So aside from main topic, I created something called Carlos the Brand, which I don't know if that's gonna stick, but it is what it is for now. And it's basically just me showcasing, different things that I do. So I am a creative director, and when it comes to that, it comes with providing you an idea and executing it to the fullest and having all the essential tools and materials to be able to do that. And I work with artists one on one when it comes to music videos and getting you the models for the music videos. So creative direction all around. And I also am trying to get into photography. So,
Okay.
I've been, dibbling and dabbling for photography in and out throughout the years, but it's never been something that has stuck with me. So,
You got Calixto.
exactly.
He's a great mentor
Calixto's
too.
the best mentor. So I actually did a photo shoot like a few weeks ago on my own with the assistance of Calixto. So it feels
Okay.
great just, dibbling in those different
Avenues, but they're kind of
avenues
like in the
all in the
same.
same,
Yeah.
and I like it because I want to get into these different traits to be able to help my business progress in those different lights. So aside from photography, I've also been trying to dibble and dabble in becoming a designer. So I've been
Okay.
taking sewing classes. So I made my first shirt.
What have you
So
been taking sewing classes with? Is it Q?
yeah,
I think I
so
saw some.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so shout out to Q, Waves New Wage. He's definitely fire and he's definitely
Yeah, I
setting
need
you
to
up
hit
for
him up for some
success.
pieces. I've been
Yes,
waiting.
yes.
I'm hitting him up for side
So,
effects.
he does
So.
provide like a 7-week program to get you right on how to sew and basically how to make pieces. So I've been doing that and it's been very informative and I'm loving it. So
That must be so
yeah.
fun to do.
I do have my own sewing machine, but none compared to what he got. So, I'm definitely trying to level it up there and just take it day by day just to juggle everything. So,
So
yeah,
he does, and he has a full time job, right?
I have a full-time job,
Same.
girl.
You see, this is what a
Mhm.
creatives do. Thank you for the leadership that
For
you've
sure.
had, been
Thank
doing
you.
in Worcester, and for never giving up, and for really truly seeing the light in Worcester.
Thank you.
Like I feel like that takes a lot. You know what I mean? Like just being in a small city and not
Oh, yeah.
wanting to move and do this somewhere else. Like
Mhm.
you're bringing value to the city.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because any model, because there's models that have moved here and they don't know how to start in their creative, and then
Mhm.
they look and they run into a Carlos
Right.
here. And
No,
that's
for sure.
that's big. You bring value.
Thank you. I really do
You bring
appreciate that.
value.
I really do. It means
So-
a lot.
Yeah, so shout outs to Carlos.
Thank you.
Shout outs to my media team.
Yes, let's get it. Shout out media.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get into modeling, want to do some brand development, remember, hit up Carlos.
Yes, let me know.
Yeah, and we love you guys. See you in
Yes.
the next one.
See you. Thank you, Bulletin. I appreciate it.
Yes.